Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go over an entire review. I'll go over the licks first, and then I'll put it all together. Okay. So we had this intro. Okay, that was one of them. We had this nice turnaround. We also walked up at the 5. We had this lick between the 5 and the 7. You could tremolo, or you could do fast hits like this. You could do tremolo. Sounds like a harmonica. You hear this a lot of harmonica. You can also do hits. And you can do that same thing on the 5 and 7, or on the 3, or on the 1 and 3. We also had this lick of playing the 5, the 1, and the 3. You're basically outlining a D minor. See that? Just putting the A on the bottom. And you can hold that out, or you can just play it like in hits like this. If you do it down here, it sounds muddy because this F natural, your ear doesn't like to hear that because you're playing it over a D, and in D you have that major third. So you play it down here, it'll sound like almost like a funky chord. Yeah. So instead of that, I like to do it like this. I like to do a tremolo and rock back and forth. My middle finger, it's not moving, it's just sounding that note once, and then basically I'm just doing this. But I'm keeping my middle finger down as a pivot point, okay? So. You can also add the B in there if you want.
6.
They both work, okay, but that pivot point's crucial because if you don't have that, it kind of sounds. It sounds much more fluid and much more together. So off of that lick, we did this. Okay, that's just like the beginning. Except, and then you're just repeating the lick you did up top. Like I was talking about, this is all about sixths. So if you had this like in the beginning. Just think of leading your thumb down the blues scale and omitting that A flat, hitting everything else. So instead of, it would be leading that with your thumb and then playing the 6 with your pinky on top of that, everything you're playing. We also talk about this this nine chord, going up a half step, back down, and then just hitting on that. So if you're like. Talk about the 9. If I take my left hand and do the exact same shape as my right hand, and just add this in, let's talk about adding that to make it big. Okay. You can do alternate hands like that. You hold the pedal. But you know, that's that sound. We talked about walking up, outlining a 6. And I'm walking that up to this chord. So you have. Okay, so you got that big blues sound. Your saxophones start out blues like that a lot. We talked about this gigantic 7 chord. Essentially all you're doing is playing a D major chord and then putting your thumb on the C in the bottom. And I slide up from that A flat like this. And then rock it. And pivot off my pointer finger. Let's talk about. We talked about. Oh, this the build up.
Yeah.
The build up. If we're coming back to the 5. All that is you're hitting A sharp, B, D, E, F sharp, and then just playing it again. A sharp, B to D. And the timing is this. My left hand I like to do. I'm just hitting an A7. I'm just hitting the tone with that and the beats. Just like you're doing a shuffle without moving your hand, your left hand. Okay. I'm trying to think what else I taught you guys this week. Can anybody else think of anything that I didn't go over right now?
What did you do this yet? Oh, you already did that.
No, was it? Oh yeah, we did this
Also
too.
going down too.
We did this too. We talked about triads,
Yeah.
blues triads. So if you were doing a blues scale, again, lead that with your thumb, and then just play the major third and the 5th on top of that. Did that? Okay. Yeah, so I could do. Essentially, it's the exact same thing as doing this. Okay, it's just, instead of having the 6th nice and open, you're putting that 1 on the bottom and adding the 5th. Okay, it's like the exact same sound.
And you can try that with different intervals. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You could
exactly.
try if you want to make it to. You could try it with fourths. See how that sounds to the ear.
Exactly.
I don't know. Chase can make.
Sounds
it
like it'd almost resolve if you did it first and sixth and then do it again with just the fifth.
Yeah, you can do that. I just remembered something that I forgot what I said. Oh yeah, we did this lick too. Starting on D. Back down to middle. And adding that D on top. So it's like this. Okay. My left hand, for all this stuff, my left hand is just pretty much playing a D7 chord. Otis was very selective in his playing. He didn't play a lot of complex stuff in his left hand. He just played very blocky. And instead of doing a shuffle, a lot of times you just play. Left a lot of space in his playing. So sometimes I walk up to the major third. So if I'm playing. With my ring finger. Doing this key. We talked about a nice ending yesterday too. If you're going to end this blues, we talked about this descending and ascending third. So if I'm in D still, play the minor third and the 5. You can go down all white keys and up white keys. It'll sound okay. You can do that all up or down. Okay. And that's a great ending to a song. I'm sure you've all heard this ending before. This Okay. All I'm doing is my left hand just walking up. Just like a typical ending. My right hand is just playing the minor third and 5, just walking it down. When it gets here, instead of playing that minor, you play the major. Okay? Left hand has 2 beats every time, right hand has 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Right hand. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay? So it'll sound like this. And like we talked about earlier, with going up from this, the 9, up a half step, and we were doing. Just go up a half step, and then drop it down. And that's your end of the song. Okay. Another easier way to do that would be to just play that up a half step with your left hand in fifths, like we did for this. But in your right hand, just play the D and G. You have that nice major chord. and then just lower your thumb and your left, and keep your pinky on the same in this hand.
Oh, that's pretty.
You hear this a lot in jazz. So you could do. Okay. Yeah, it's all just descending things. I think that's everything I taught you guys this week.
That's pretty good.
Okay, now I'm just gonna play something and use all of it.
Right.
And make it all work out. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. Okay. Okay. Here it is. I don't know if I use exactly